EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
First down, Murray. Flushed out right. And his first look is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Murray going to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Taking it about the 16. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it here with Logan. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Ball carrier. The tackle made by Monte Nicholson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Logan. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. Rolling to his right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll run on 1st down. It's Logan. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jacob Hollister, 43 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it is also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Play action. It's Wilson. And incomplete.
Wilson's pass thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
14. Hey, 0.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one is right through. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And taking down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Your coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out. Bounds
at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
14.
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. From the shotgun, Wilson. And hitting Juju on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports.
10, Bears nothing.
On first down, Carson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Smith.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 9, Wilson got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's out to the left and complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Cook, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 and the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He is good.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run on first down. It's Logan, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Power. Alert, 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 alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders.
Complete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 31, check 31. No pass, no pass. Mike 4, Danny. Mike 4. Watch the curve, watch the curves. Mike 4. 19. You don't want no. Good. 4, Mike 4. Hey, get away.
Wilson will throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run with Logan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
31-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Murray going to fire one out wide. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
First down, Bears.
A final shot before half from Murray. Uncorks one for Davis. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Yeah, we dominate today.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run again with Logan. They find some open field here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Bring it!
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. T.J. Logan, 71 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Bears 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best design plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Logan fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Play action. Now Wilson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Godwin, 35 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something else. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
8 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray, eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Throwing again, Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to launch it for... This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
James Washington, 61 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Watch tape the creep. Watch tape the creep. One left. Spot. Alert. Check 43.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 50.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
On the play. Brings up 3rd down and
they go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike, 4. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Here, boy.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
They're running it. Boss. All right, T, let's go. No, check that. You're on Mike 52 right here. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, Mike 52. Man, I got you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. James Washington. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter.
24-24. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter, getting down to the good stuff. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Cook. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
It's a gain of 6. And the Bears first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Bears.
They run again on first down. Cook takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And the ball carrier.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They run. Cook. Look, there he goes right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Dalvin Cook, 50 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Wilson, flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
15's the mark. I got 15. Let's go. Like 15. Like 15. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Off play action. Wilson. Left side here to Sanders. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now Wilson off the play fake, eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 33 yards that time.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears' 32-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 15's the mark. 15's the mark. I got further. You're not ready. Like 15.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Logan. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They run it with Carson, and he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Back 15.
Here's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight,
So on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.